So I was asked to put together a little video to show how to do Living in the Country by Talton and Boyer from Cowboy, from the 1970 album Reach for the Sky. It was a really fun album with a lot of great songs on it, a lot of songs that a lot of baby boomers recognize and do. Josephine, Beyond Compare. Clapton did a couple cowboy songs off Ocean Boulevard album, I believe. And I don't believe Talton and Boyer are still living, but don't quote me on that. I didn't listen to the album. I just threw some chords together for the song. But you can do it in any key you want, whatever works. But I do it in E. So the first line is, I spent my first few years with Ellie, and that's in E. She rolled me over is G sharp minor to the freeway on the F sharp 7th, and then A and C. There's a good example. Why would I go to a G there? I have no idea. But that's how I do things sometimes, because I have no idea. They just happen. So, anyway, let me play one line through. And I tried to find myself in LA, but the street life was a hassle, and the people put me down. I was lost without a frown, feel like I did grassy ground, singing, don't you think it's better living in the country, spending our time waiting for the weather, and all our friends can come together, yeah. So that's Living in the Country, and it's a really pretty simple song, and it's very nice. And and they go back and forth with Living in the Country, and you can do it ever you want. Now, to add little ditties in songs, I really don't know how to describe them, other than I have a technique that I've used through the years just so I don't get lost. Like, when you play with other people and you want to do a lead or a little ditties, the thing is, sometimes if you go off, you lose where you are. That's one of the biggest problems with, if you're going back and forth between playing rhythm and doing little tidbits to add to the song. So to make it so I don't get lost, I tend to play in chordal structures and not lift my hands off the chords so I don't get lost. And that's mainly the reason. Now, and the other good aspect, if you think of every chord as having a scale with it, then you're going to be in pretty good shape as far as going into the additional chords of a song without to be in the right place and just add a few notes. And so that's what I try to do, and use the melody of the song in the chords, like. And on the open E is when the A comes in. And then to the G sharp minor, where she rolls me over. And then F sharp. A. that's how I do it. I'll give you an example how I do things to so I don't get lost. Like C is a really good one because you can just take the scale off the C bass, and that's what I do a lot. All those notes are in the key of C, so you can't get lost. So if you play them in the context of having a home bass, you're always fine. And you can add a little bit to songs, especially if you're playing solo, which is mainly what I do today because I'm not out playing with bands and people anymore. But it gives me a little, just so I don't get bored, because a lot of times I get bored doing songs the same way, so I just change it up by doing that. And and then in like an F style, like an A, things like that. And very blues oriented, but it's just, again, a way to not get lost. And it's served me well. It's simple, and it's also ad lib, and it's not something that goes well with people if they like you to play the song exactly the way it goes. But if you're in a more extemporaneous group of people that where somebody can keep a rhythm, then you're never going to be wrong, and that's why I do it, because half the fun is being able to play with other people and not get lost. I mean, and it's embarrassing. It's happened to me so many times because I try to do something and then I get lost in a song. And when you're playing with a bunch of people just practicing in your living room, that's fine. Just go, oh, I'm lost, help me. And if you're playing with a bass player, that's where they're really good, because they'll give you the eye or the evil eye, or the note that that you're heading for to end things. And so God bless bass players. So I hope that helped. It's a great song. I appreciate you contacting me about it, and anything else I could help you with, I'm certainly willing to do that. And have a good night.